Sir, Honorable Panel Speaker, sir. Sir, I take the opportunity to participate in the discussion on the first full budget of the Congress government. Sir, before going into the details of the budget, मैं ये ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगा कि वक्त तेज़ी से जा रहा है और 7 महीने हो चुके नए हुकूमत की तश्कील के, लेकिन ये भी एक हकीकत है कि असेंबली इलेक्शन के फ़ौरन बाद पार्लियामेंट इलेक्शन आया और सारी सियासी जमातें उस इलेक्शन में मसरूफ़ हो गईं और इस बात से भी कोई इनकार नहीं करता कि एक नई हुकूमत को संभलने, समझने और फैसले लेने के लिए वक्त भी दिया जाना ज़रूरी है। वादे तो किए गए थे 100 दिन में गारंटीज को पूरा करने की, लेकिन 1 महीना ही हुआ है पार्लियामेंट के इलेक्शन होकर। तो मैं अपनी जानिब से, अपनी पार्टी की जानिब से ये ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगा कि हम हुकूमत को तनकीद का निशाना बनाए बगैर ये समझते हैं कि वक्त देना ज़रूरी है और कुछ वक्त ज़रूर देंगे आप अपने वादों को पूरा करने के लिए जो आपने आवाम से किया, और वक्त ही फैसला करेगा और वक्त के साथ फैसला आवाम के हाथ में होता है। चाहे कोई भी इख्तिदार में रहो, मैं किसी की तरफदारी या किसी की मुखालिफत के लिए आज यहां खड़ा नहीं हूं। चाहे बीआरएस हो या बीआरएस से पहले कांग्रेस हो या फिर तेलुगुदेशम थी आंध्र प्रदेश में, तो हर हुकूमत की कोशिश यही रहती है कि काम हो और अच्छे काम हो। कोई अच्छे काम भी करता है तो कोई खराब या बुरे काम भी करता है, लेकिन आखिर में फैसला आवाम देती है और आवाम फैसला करती है कि किसको हुक्मरानी का हक व इख्तियार दिया जाना चाहिए। काम बीआरएस ने किया। मैं सुन रहा था तकरीर हरीश राव साहब की, कई कामयाबियों को उन्होंने बयान किया कि उनकी जानिब से, उनकी पार्टी की जानिब से हुए, लेकिन आवाम ने फैसला दिया कि कांग्रेस को मौका दिया जाएगा, वो हुकूमत करेगी और आवाम की खिदमत करेगी। तो मैं आज अपनी तकरीर को जारी रखते हुए हमारे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर साहब विक्रमा भट्टी साहब को मुबारकबाद देता हूं कि वो पहला बजट अपना उन्होंने पेश किया, और ये भी ज़रूर कहूँगा कि 107 पेजेस का एक मैराथन बजट उन्होंने पेश किया। एंड आई वुड ऑल्सो लाइक टू रिमाइंड एंड रिकॉल एंड से दिस दैट भट्टी साहब हैज़ बीन द मेंबर ऑफ द हाउस since 2009, and he has served as a chief whip, and also he has served as a deputy speaker in the United Andhra Pradesh and also as a Congress floor leader in Telangana Assembly in the last 5 years. He is a man of a wide experience. He has tried to prepare the Telangana state budget to the best of his ability. I may say that he has lot of insight into the financial situation of the Telangana government since the formation of the state, as he has participated in the debates in this house earlier under the leadership of Jana Reddy Saab and later as the floor leader of the Congress. Now Bhatti Saab says that 10 years after its formation, Telangana has not progressed as expected. He says that the previous government failed on all fronts, and development of the state and the welfare of the people suffered, and the state was pushed into a debt trap. He points out that it was a huge challenge for the new Congress government to manage the state, which was in financial shambles. Sir, when I say this, I would also like to say that the financial situation of the state was not hidden. It was very open. Every budget session we used to debate on that. Every appropriation bill we used to have a discussion and a healthy discussion. I still remember and recall, I was also in the house when Mr. Jana Reddy Saab was a LOP that time, leader of opposition. I remember him using a sentence and saying that the state is in a financial emergency state. So I don't understand. When I was coming to attend the assembly, sir, I was hearing Harish Rao Saab's speech, and then I was also hearing a reply by the finance minister. He was saying in Telugu, if I have to translate, uska matlab ye tha कि आपने तो ऐसा हाल कर दिया कि तनख्वाह देने को पैसे नहीं है। तो सवाल यह पैदा होता है, यह सिचुएशन आपको मालूम नहीं था, आपको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था, या किताबों में लिखा हुआ नहीं था। यह फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन है और इनकी ये नाकामी है, इसलिए तो आपको वोट दिया ना, इसलिए तो आपको वहां बिठाया। ये फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन को देखते हुए, सीइंग द फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन, यू हैव प्रॉमिस्ड टू द पीपल ऑफ द स्टेट कि वी विल डू दिस, वी विल डू दिस, वी विल गिव दिस, वी विल डू दैट, वी विल गिव यू दिस। Whatsoever, howsoever the financial state is, it is the responsibility of the government to fulfill the promise, and I'm sure that the Congress government will try its level best and fulfill all the promises made to the government. This is why I said that I believe in giving time. Sir, when the financial status, sir, if this narrative of Mr. Bhatti Saab, Finance Minister Saab, where he says that debt trap mein hai, aisa hai, waisa hai. So I would like to ask one thing, sir. Again, I was reading the budget speech. In that, if I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. Sir, the state GSDP rose from 4,51,580 crores in 2013 and 14, first year of formation of Telangana. Sir, I am repeating, 4,51,580 crores, first year of formation of Telangana, to rupees 14,63,960 crores in the year 23-24, current prices. Sir, going further ahead, similarly the per capita income of the state rose from 1,12,162 in 2013 and 14 to from 1,12,162 in 2013 and 14 to 3,47,299 in the year 23-24. If I am wrong, I may be corrected. Sir, if the state economy was badly run and the state finances were mismanaged, then how do you explain the progress of Telangana in the last 10 years? How do you explain it, sir? So I am not coming for a rescue of the BRS party, sir. No, not at all, sir. Sir, I am bringing these figures and giving this message to the investors who are interested to come in the state that our state is progressing, our state's health is very good, you can come, you can invest. But if we are going to just for political gains, target, and just say that the state is in a bad state, state is in a very bad financial state, then how the investors would be coming? Sir, when I say this, sir, sir, I am so saddened. I had seen a picture in which I saw that Honorable Chief Minister Saab was handing over the budget ka jo bag hota hai, basta hota hai. He was handing it over to Bhatti Saab. Bhatti Saab was there, ministers were there. Good. But I'm sure that Honorable Chief Minister Saab also might be part of the preparation of the budget. But I'm so surprised, sir. I'm so surprised when I spoke about the foreign investment or any investors coming. Sir, Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Revant Reddy Saab, I think in one or two occasions, my learned friend, my colleague, my Minister Sridhar Babu Saab also was there with him. He had gone to Davos, right? And we have broken all the records. 40,232 crores of investment had come to Telangana. Am I right or wrong, sir? If I am wrong, Honorable Minister can, rise and interrupt me and stop me from this. So to my surprise, sir, to my surprise and to the surprise of the House, not a single line has been mentioned in the budget. अरे आपका achievement है साहब ये. When I said that, I am willing to give you the time. I am willing to give you the time, and a new government requires a time to settle down, to take a decisions. But in no given time, you sign an agreement, you get an investment of 40,000, and that 40,000 doesn't have a place in the budget. So don't you think that this is a height of ignorance? Don't you think this needs to be corrected? And I'm saddened. I've been hearing the Congress, I've been hearing the finance minister, I've been hearing so many ministers rebutting and countering. But unfortunately, not a single member from the Congress rose and said that, sir, this is our achievement in such a short time.
Sir, I would like to bring to the notice of honorable member, sir. Sir, in the month of February, where we had the vote on account session, we mentioned this aspect. We mentioned the achievement of this state. And we were very clear, and we thought, and we have put, this is a broad-based, outlook we have presented on behalf of the government here. And in fact, the additional sentence would have made an impact that is been rightly be taken, but we have already reflected in our earlier presentation of the budget in the February. I would like to bring to the notice of the kind member.
Honorable Panel Speaker, sir, I thank Honorable Minister, Learned Minister for Legislative Affairs for replying to me. But sir, I have a doubt. He said that it was mentioned. It should have been mentioned here also. तो मैं ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ, मेरे दिल में ख्याल आ रहा है, हो सकता है कि कई लोगों के दिल में भी ख्याल होगा कि वो सही नहीं था 40,000, इसलिए इस मर्तबा करेक्शन करके नहीं लिखे. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना साहब? नहीं है ना साहब? वो भी सच था और मैं जो बोल रहा हूं ये भी सच है जी. नहीं, मैं देखिए एक आपका अचीवमेंट है जिसको आप भूल गए, मैं आपके सामने ला रहा हूं. इसको तनकीद की नजर से ना देखें, इसको तामीर की नजर से देखें कि मैं आपको कह रहा हूं कि आपका अचीवमेंट है इन अ शॉर्ट टाइम 40,000 सर, इट हैज ब्रोकन ऑल द रिकॉर्ड्स. So this should have had a place in the budget. I know it was mentioned in the OTAN account, but many things were mentioned in the OTAN account which has been repeated again in this budget also. So this is a mistake which has been done. So let us admit this mistake and say that yes, we have forgotten, we will correct this and we'll make sure that when the Honorable Finance Minister gives a reply, he will mention this, sir. Sir, if the state economy was badly run or mismanaged, sir, then these answers needs to be given, sir. So secondly, sir, Bhatti Saab complains that the previous government was inflating the figures and presenting unrealistic budget which sorely missed their targets. This also appears to be somewhat self-contradictory, sir, as the first full-fledged budget presented by him also contains unrealistic targets for the receipts and grants allocations and outlays, sir. So the full budget was presented almost 5 months after the vote on account budget was tabled in the House. The CAG provisional account for the year 23-24 financial year indicate that the state total receipts were 2,18,715 crores and the total expenditure was 2,11,854 crores. Honorable Panel Speaker, sir, Bhatti Saab has quoted revised estimate for 23-24 while presenting the 24-25 full budget. Sir, I may recall that the Union Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, has presented full-fledged Union budget this month while quoting the provisional account for the year 23-24 financial year. However, Bhatti Saab quotes the revised estimate of receipt of rupees, revised estimate, sir, of rupees 2,26,095 crores and expenditure of rupees 2,31,017 crore for the financial year 23-24, which ends on 31st of March. Sir, if I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. Sir, if we look at the budget estimate of 24-25, the total receipts are estimated at rupees 2,90,815 crores, and the total expenditure is expected to be rupees 2,91,059 crores. The budget estimate for the year 24-25 do not represent a big jump over the revised estimate of 23-24, but they are in fact much higher compared to the actual accounts for the year 2023 and 2024. The only comparative figures in the revised estimate for the year 23-24 as per the Finance Minister Saab and the account for the 23-24 as per the CAG relates to the fiscal deficit or total borrowing, which are cited as 49,373 crores by Bhatti Saab and rupees 49,589 crore by the CAG. Bhatti Saab एक बोलते हैं, CAG एक बोलता है, sir. Sir, I may point out, sir, that the previous government has borrowed 38,151 crore during April-November 2023, sir. And in the remaining 4 months of the last financial year from December 23 to March 24, the Congress government has borrowed 11,438 crores. If I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. Now, between April and July 2024, in the current financial year, the borrowings have reached to 23,680 crores. Incidentally, the finance minister says that since coming to power, the Congress government raised 35,118 crores in the last 8 months. ये एक है और वो बोलते हैं एक है, sir. There are many inconsistencies and discrepancies in fact and figures that have crept into the 50-page budget speech of the Finance Minister Saab. So the receipts of the state government in 24-25 have been grossly overestimated. Under revenue receipts, the Finance Minister Saab has shown the state's share in central taxes as rupees 26,216 crores and central grants and aid as rupees 21,636 crore, that is total central transfers of rupees 47,852 crores, sir. So now again, Honorable Panel Speaker, sir, however, in 23-24 financial year, the state received only 23,216 crores as share of central taxes and rupees 9,730 crores as grant in aid, totaling to rupees 32,946. Sir, we do not know what is the basis of the Finance Minister Saab enthusiasm and expecting rupees 21,636 crores as grant in aid in the current year. Here he seems to be so enthusiastic. And a day before, we had a discussion and a debate and also a resolution stating that we are not getting our due share. There we discuss and here we show so much of enthusiasm. तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि ये कैसा gap. And if we see what has been collected last year, और अगर आप देखते हैं जो कमी आ रही है, deficit आ रही है, उसको कैसा पूरा करेंगे? I may be wrong, sir, but ये गैप कैसा करेंगे, कैसा लाएंगे, पता नहीं. शायद वैसा ही लाने वाले हैं जैसा ओल्ड सिटी में अदानी को दे रहे हैं, तो शायद दे आर हेल्पिंग. शायद अदानी I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Please do not feel offended. But I'm thinking. I mean, मैं समझ रहा हूँ शायद वो भी collection शायद अदानी कुछ करके देंगे शायद. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. Similarly, the finance minister Saab has quoted ambitious targets for state-owned revenue targets for the year 24-25, including rupees 18,229 crores from stamps and registration, rupees 25,617 crores from state, excise rupees 33,449 crores from value-added tax, 8,478 crores from motor vehicle tax, rupees 715 crores from electricity dues, etc., totaling to rupees 86,518 crores. In 23-24, the state realized a receipt of rupees 72,503 crores from all these state taxes, and the state has to realize rupees 14,015 crore from these taxes in the year 2024 and 25. Bhatti Saab has projected non-tax revenues of rupees 35,208 crores in 2024 and 25 as against the actual non-tax receipt of rupees 23,819 crores in the year 23-24. The state has to realize additional rupees 11,389 crores in the current year, and here is the catch, sir. He has targeted to realize rupees 25,000 crores from auction and sale of government lands and plots in 24-25 as against the receipt of rupees 7,000 crores in the year 23-24. How can the government achieve the ambitious target of realizing an additional 16,678 crores from auction and sale of government lands and plots in the current year, especially when the real estate market is facing a downslide, sir? And I hope that, sir, again I might be wrong, ये जमीन के साथ वो दो बेडरूम के जो फ्लैट्स बनाए थे, जो दिए थे, उसमें कुछ पैसे लेके वो भी ना बेचे. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं वो नहीं करेंगे, गरीबों को भरोसा था. अब ये I was listening to Mr. Harish Rao Saab, he was saying 10,000 crores. No sir, it is 16,678 crores. जमीन बेचकर जो पैसे लाएंगे बोल के उम्मीद है हुकूमत को, वो 16,670 crore हैं. I don't know how are they going to do it. Similarly, ambitious targets are fixed for allocation and outlays for different sectors and figures cited in the budget speech and budget documents, which do not match at all, sir. Honorable panel speaker, sir, I have always been debating and saying that the figures should match. The figures should match. But not a single figure is matching, sir. Sir, it's not like others, sir. Sir, me and my team, sir, we sit after the budget is presented for more than 18 to 20 hours, sir. We go into each and every detail, sir. We study, we see. And I'm really surprised, sir. Sir, एक फिगर बजट की स्पीच में रहता, एक जो है सो अंदर किताबों में रहता, एक जो है सो इकोनॉमिक सर्वे में रहता, और एक मिनिस्टर साहब बोलते हैं. So I really don't know which figure should we take serious or which figures should we follow. फिर बाद में CAG में जाकर देखते हैं तो वहां एक अलग फिगर रहता है. The projected total expenditure in the current year is rupees 2,91,059 crores as against the actual expenditure of rupees 2,11,854 crores in 23-24. Finance Minister Saab has planned an additional expenditure of rupees 79,205 crore in 24-25 compared to 23-24, and we do not know how far this can be achieved, sir. Time will give the answer to this, and I'm willing to give the time. Because we have to give a time, sir. कोई भी एकदम तो नहीं कर सकता है, वक्त देना चाहिए. The BRS government has presented a budget with projected total expenditure of rupees 2,90,296 crores in the year 23-24, but the actual expenditure was only 2,11,854 crores indicating shortfall of 78,442 crores, sir. These are the figures, sir. These are not my figures, these are figures which are there, sir. Looking at this facts and figures, sir, it is obvious that the finance ministers follow in each other footstep by setting ambitious target and, usko ऊंचा बता देते हैं, high कर देते हैं figures को to suit the government of the day. And it is nothing new, sir. When BRS was also there, they also used to do the same thing. Congress is also doing the same thing. And I am also doing the same thing of, criticizing the then government and the today's government and pointing out what is wrong, sir. And I'm going to continue doing that. Because, I'm very consistent in my stand. And people have also been very consistent in sending us always at the same position. One might come here, one might go there, but we are always here.
Yeah.
Sir, going into public debt, sir. I'm happy where I am, sir. I'm happy. Thank you. Sir, going to the state public debt, sir. In this budget speech, the finance minister Saab blames the previous government for pushing the state into debt trap and cite the rise in the state's debt from 75,577 crore at the time of the state formation in June 2014 to rupees 6,71,751 crore by the end of 23-24 financial year, sir. Sir, here I would like to point out, sir. However, the budget document includes the budget in brief and statement of fiscal policy and the FRBM Act show the state outstanding public debt. Sir, FRBM is showing, sir, public debt at 4,01,845 crores at the end of March 2024, sir. Apparently, sir, the finance minister Saab adds the outstanding of the state's public undertakings. Public undertakings, government guarantees with the state's own debt to inflate the total debt figure. Sir, how can this be possible, sir? ये चीज गलत है. This is wrong, absolutely wrong, sir. This is tantamount of the following on the footsteps of the BJP-led central government, sir. हम government of BJP के government को criticize करते हैं कि ये लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं बोल के, लेकिन हम खुद भी वैसे ही कर रहे हैं फिर. And we are also doing the same thing, and at the same time we want to criticize the government of India. And then they say that we are in the debt trap. Sir, the government which has been seeking to restrict Telangana state borrowing and the FRBM Act by clubbing the state's borrowing and the loans raised by the state public undertaking, sir, we cannot follow the same yardstick of the central government while calculating the state debt, sir. This is very important. We need to understand this, sir. Moreover, a major complaint of the Congress member while in the opposition was that, which I am witness to it, sir, was that the BRS government was not showing transparency in the state finances and it was hiding facts and figures about the actual state of affairs of state finances. Sir, but now the present regime also seems to be following the same footsteps of the earlier government. The fiscal policy statement under FRBM has to give all the details as required under, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, it is required under the APFRBM Act and the rules frame thereunder adopted by the Telangana government also. These includes a series of forms including F1, F2, F3, forms D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9, D10. However, in the statement of fiscal policy, tabled by the present finance minister and his BRS predecessor, full details are not provided in F1, F2, F3 statement as per rules and norms, sir. Why are you not providing? Why are you hiding this, sir? Let it be transparent. Let everyone know. At least let the legislatures know. I hope that this has been taken a note. And you're noting down this. This is very important, sir. However, sir, in the statement of fiscal table F1 and F2, F3 statement as per rules and norms, sir, there are 10 statements, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, going further ahead, sir, there are 10 statements in D category, sir. D1, D10, but the Telangana government statement of fiscal policy, only D1, D2, D3 and D6 statements are provided, while the remaining 6 statements are missing, thereby omitting crucial fiscal data such as D4. You know, sir, what is D4? The D4 is the guarantees given by the government. D5 is outstanding risk, outstanding weighted guarantees. D7 statement of assets, and D8 is tax revenues raised but not realized. D9 statement of liability of major works and unpaid bills on works and supplies. D10 is a statement of number of employees in government, state, public sector and aided institution and expenditure on salaries and pensions. So these are the details which needs to be provided. Why aren't you providing these details? Why are you not tabling it? What is there to hide? Why are you hiding it, sir? So we, through you, Honorable Speaker, sir, me and my party would request Bhatti Saab to table a revised statement of fiscal policy in the House before the appropriation bill is introduced, furnish all the required details as per FRBM Act and rules, including D, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 statements, sir. Sir, in the absence, Honorable Speaker, sir, in the absence of D10 statement of fiscal policy tabled in the House, we had to go to the appendix of the budget estimate, volume 8, 2 relating to employee strength of the government, sir. इतना मुश्किल हुई साहब, 2 घंटे तो सिर्फ ये देखने में चले गए, वो नहीं था बोलकर. Sir, when I was going through, we had to manually tabulate the employee strength details of 191 government department and wings. 191. The total strength of the government employees as per our tabulation, me and my team, sir, comes to 4,88,614, excluding the employees of urban and local bodies, market committee, universities, public sector undertaking and aided education institution, work charges, wages, contract, outsourcing employees. However, Finance Minister Saab says that there are 3,69,000 government employees and 2.87 lakh pensioners from March 24 onwards, sir. When I was going through all the details, I found it to be 4,88,614. Now, I fail to understand. Shall I go with this number or the number mentioned by the Finance Minister, Saab? How did he come to that? I need a clarification on that, sir. Sir, about 8,000 government employees are retiring this year from the services in Telangana state, sir. Government need to provide their retirement benefits to them. Now, coming to the Congress guarantees and other promises, sir, contained in the manifesto and other implementation of the government, we would like to go into the specifics, sir, one by one, sir. Sir, Bhatti Saab has reiterated the commitment of the Congress government to implement all 6 guarantees given in the party's election manifesto. He says that the Congress government is also committed to fulfill all other manifesto promises in time-bound manner, sir. Sir, I wish him my best of wishes and best of luck, and I would lend all my support for fulfilling this promise, sir. Sir, we may recall that the Congress manifesto contains 6 guarantees with 12 components under the Abhaya Hasta manifesto, including Mahalakshmi with 3 components, Raitu Bharosa with 2 components, Gruha Jyoti 1 component, Indramma Indulu 2 components, Yuva Vikasam 2 components, Cheyata with 2 components. Honorable Speaker, sir, going further ahead, sir, I would like to compliment the Congress government. Sir, it is not that I just criticize, sir, I also do compliment. Sir, I would like to compliment the Congress government for implementing 8 out of the 12 components of 6 guarantees, including 2 components free bus transport for women and LPG cylinders at rupees 500 under Mahalakshmi, 1 component each under Gurha Jyoti, 200 unit free electricity, and Chayuta Rajiv Aragyashri scheme, sir. Sir, under Mahalakshmi, the promise of providing monthly financial assistance of rupees 2,500 to the woman remains unfulfilled. I hope that this will be fulfilled. This would be also taken care, and the promise will be fulfilled, sir. Under Raitu Bharosa, enhancement financial assistance to farmers and tenant farmers and assistance to agriculture labor are yet to be implemented, but thankfully, budgetary allocation have been made in the state budget now. Similarly, under Indramma Indulu house site and financial assistance to rupees 5 lakhs are to provide to each homeless families, and budgetary allocation has been made for the scheme. Sir, another promise of providing 250 square yards of house sites to all the Telangana movement fighters remain unfulfilled, sir. I hope that this will be fulfilled soon. Sir, under Yuva Vikasam, the government is yet to launch the scheme for providing Vidya Bharosa cards for the opening of Telangana international schools in all mandals. The government is yet to fix the time frame for enhancing the monthly pension of rupees 4,000 for senior citizen, widows, single women, disabled, BD workers, toddy rappers, weavers, AIDS, malaria, kidney patients, etc. Currently, the Asra pension, now renamed as Chayuta, are paid at the existing rates only. There are delays in disbursement of these pensions to the beneficiaries. We may recall here that the government has invited applications under 5 guarantees except Yuva Vikasam during the Praja Palna program almost 7 months ago. The Finance Minister Saab says that the government received 1.09 crore applications during the Praja Palana program. However, the Praja Palana daily report on the concluding day, 6 January 24, points out that 1,591,636 applications were received for schemes under 5 guarantees and 16,90,278 applications for other schemes, and the total number of applications is 1,25,84,383. Sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to ask the Finance Minister Saab and the government, what is the fate of the application received under 5 guarantees and other schemes? Poor people spend crores of rupees to apply Praja Palana application. Sir, each applicant had spent on Xerox copy of 100. Also, अगर 100 रुपये भी अगर हम ले लेते हैं साहब, तो बेचारे गरीब अगर 100 रुपये भी कुछ जीरोक्स करा के एप्लीकेशन दिया, 100 रुपये, या रक्शे में गया, ऑटो में गया एक एप्लीकेशन डालने के लिए, तो जुमला दरखास्तें 1,25,00,000, 100 रुपये के हिसाब से कितने पैसे गरीबों के चले गए साहब? कितने चले गए आप बोलिए? तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप जितने पैसे गरीब ने खर्चे हैं उससे बढ़ के आप उसको देंगे, मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूं साहब. Obviously, and I'm sure you will give, भाई. आप बुरा मत मानिए, please. Don't get upset, sir. Sir, rupees 125.85 crores on one day, their wages of rupees 500, sir. और उसका डेली वेजेस 500 रुपये है साहब उसका. उन्हें जाके काम करता, वो डेली वेजेस पे भी नहीं गया उन्हें. नहीं भाई सिलेंडर मिल रहा, नहीं भाई 5 गारंटी मिल रही, नहीं भाई ये मिल रहा. सब लाइन में ठहरे हुए, चिलचिलाती धूप है. मुझे वैसी दिख रहा था, मिस्टर मोदी का डिमोनेटाइजेशन भी है वैसी दिखा, और ये आपकी गारंटी की दरखास्तें भी वैसी दिखी कि धूप में खड़े हैं, दरखास्त दे रहा है गरीब उम्मीद में. मुझे दिखा वैसा. देखिए, प्लीज सर, ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, वी हैव टू बी टॉलरेंट सर, वी हैव टू हैव पेशेंस सर, वी कैनॉट बी सो इनटॉलरेंट. प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. Sir, treasury benches should not feel bad, sir, about it. Sir, मैं अच्छी बात कर रहा हूं, गलत बात क्या कर रहा हूं? मैं मोदी साहब को भी तनकीद कर रहा हूं और मोदी साहब की वो बात को भी याद कर रहा हूं कि मोदी साहब किस तरीके से डिमोनेटाइजेशन के नाम पे लोगों को लाइन में खड़ा दिए थे, लोग गिर रहे थे, पढ़ रहे थे, और वो डिमोनेटाइजेशन ही वजह थी जो हमारे मुल्क की इकोनॉमी तबाह हुई. और आज गरीब आपके भी 5 गारंटीज के उम्मीद में, तवक्को में मजदूरी को नहीं गया, अपने एक दिन की तनख्वाह काटा, जेब से पैसे निकाल कर 1,25,00,000 दरखास्तें दिया है. जरा हमदर्दी के साथ इनका काम करिए. इतना ही कह रहा हूं, यही कह रहा हूं. सर, और सर व्हेन सर अब जैसा ये लोग गुस्से में आ रहे, ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, गवर्नमेंट वाले गुस्से में आ रहे, मैं ऐसा बोला सर, आई रिमेंबर सर देन व्हेन आई स्पोक ऑन डीमोनेटाइजेशन, उस वक्त भी ये लोग गुस्से में आए थे. I was the only person who stood and said के I oppose the demonetization. तो I remember KCR साहब उठ के बोले, अकबर साहब वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर है, ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए, अकबर साहब आपके जुमले गलत है, डिमोनेटाइजेशन अच्छा है, ऐसा बोले KCR साहब, मुझे याद है आज वो भी. और ये और सर a day before we were having a discussion on the finances sir, उस वक्त भी sir, one can take out the records and check and say, sir, I had mentioned, I was the one person who stood in the house of Telangana Assembly and said, the government of India is not giving us a due share. Then also, the then Chief Minister KCR साहब उठे और बोले मुझे, अकबर साहब आप बेफिक्र रहिए, एक भी पैसा हमारा नहीं जाएगा. और फिर 1-2 साल के बाद वही KCR साहब बोले, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया पैसे नहीं दे रही. अब उस पे फिर यही बात हो रही है. इसलिए मैं कहता हूं सर, देखिए साहब, इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, हम बोलते रहे सर, I was the one person who opposed the demonetization. I was the one person who said GST sir, devolution funds, हमारे स्टेट का शेयर नहीं आ रहा है. तो the then KCR साहब उठकर बोले, no we are getting all the share. I said we are not getting, I challenge it. बोले Sridhar Babu साहब भी थे, भट्टी साहब भी थे, you witness to it sir, and Jana Reddy साहब also supported me then, but nobody had listened. तो हमारी तो खैर किस्मत है साहब, हम यहां ठहरते हैं तो हर वक्त हमको वहां से भी लोग गुस्से में बहुत आते हैं, आंख पे गिरते हैं, कोई भी कुछ कर ले, हम हक बयान करते रहेंगे, इज़ारे हक से कभी मुंह नहीं मोड़ेंगे. जो हक है, जो सही है, वो बोलते रहेंगे, और तेलंगाना की मफाद में जो सही है वो बात हम करते रहेंगे. कोई हमारी बात को माने या ना माने, हम हक बोलते रहेंगे और जो बात सही है वो कहते रहेंगे. Sir, after, sir, we would like, sir, under Runa Mafi farm loan waiver scheme, so the government has disbursed rupees 6,035 crores to even 11,34,000 farmers, sir, towards waiver of loan up to 1 lakh. The remaining loans of rupees 2 lakh will be waived off soon, sir. Sir, the funds for farm loan waiver, the formulating strict guidelines to exclude big farmers are estimated at rupees 31,000 crores, sir. The finance ministers have assured that Raitu Bharosa installments will be released to the real farmers after the cabinet subcommittee constituted for the purpose frames and guidelines and implementation of the revised scheme after excluding all the big farmers and other ineligible categories, sir. Sir, I just remembered, sir, which important point which I had skipped, sir. Sir, about the application received, sir. Sir, I was hearing in the council, Mr. Uttam Kumar Reddy had given a reply to a question. Civil Supplies Minister, Mr. Uttam Kumar Reddy Saab, told that the council, while answering a question a few days ago, that the cabinet subcommittee is being formed to formulate the rules and format for the issue of new ration cards. सर, आप हर एक चीज राशन कार्ड से कर दिए, चाहे किसानों के खर्च की माफी हो, राशन कार्ड, गैस सिलेंडर होने दो, राशन कार्ड से, हर एक चीज को राशन कार्ड से. तो राशन कार्ड बहुत सारे लोगों के पास नहीं है. सारे के सारे जितने भी एप्लीकेशंस आए हैं वो राशन कार्ड के आए हैं. इस हुकूमत से हम बार बार कहते रहे, साबिका हुकूमत से, उन्होंने इस बात पे तवज्जो नहीं दी, जिसका नतीजा कि वहां से यहां आना पड़ा. मैं आपसे कहूंगा कि राशन कार्ड एक बहुत बड़ा मसला है, इस मसले को हल करिए. इट इज ऑल्सो स्टेटेड दैट all the government schemes for the beneficiary will be dealing from the white ration card, sir. Sir, I would like the government to clarify on this, sir. White ration card से dealing करेंगे बोल रहे हैं, please आप इसको clarify करिए, sir. Sir, Bhatti Saab has earmarked rupees 31,277 crores for farmers, including rupees 11,395 crores for farmers and tenant farmers, and rupees 905 crores for agricultural labor under Raitu Bharosa, rupees 1,358 crores for payment of bonus of rupees 500 per quintal on procurement of 33 varieties of paddy, rupees 15,470 crores of farm death waivers, and rupees 1,168 crores for Raitu Bima, and rupees 981 crores for crop insurance, excluding the allocation, excluding the allocation under SC, ST, SDF. The allocation in 2023-24 includes rupees 11,629 for Raitu Bandhu, rupees 76 crores for bonus and paddy, and rupees 1,169 for Raitu Bima, and 1 crore for crop insurance, totaling to rupees 13,044 crores. Sir, hence the Congress government has provided only an additional allocation of 2,763 crores for the existing schemes for farmers, excluding farm loan waivers. Sir. It looks like the farm loan waiver scheme will spill over the next year's budget, as the government has to make huge allocations to clear all the dues under farm waivers. And now talking about Mahalakshmi free bus, sir, the finance minister has pointed out that 68.60 crore travel were made on RTC buses by women under Mahalakshmi free bus ride scheme since 9 December 23, and saving of women on the score worked out to rupees 2,351 crores, sir. Sir, as per our information is that the Telangana Road Transport Corporation has been provided with rupees 1,740 crores towards free bus ride scheme for women so far, and rupees 611 crores are yet to be released, sir. Sir, इसके साथ ही साथ ये भी वादा करे थे कि ऑटो वालों का ख्याल करेंगे. ऑटो वालों का ख्याल करना चाहिए, अब तक ख्याल नहीं हुआ. ठीक है, इलेक्शन के बाद इलेक्शन आया, वक्त देना है, हम वक्त दे रहे हैं और उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप ऑटो वालों का ख्याल करेंगे. Sir, when I'm going to speak on the demands on transport, I will go into the details, sir. Sir, मगर ये बोलता हुआ आगे बढ़ जाऊंगा कि बहुत सारी पुरानी बसें, वो पुरानी बसों का फेट क्या होगा? नई बसेस लेंगे? Sir, in the common man's language, sir, every day 30.62 lakh women availed free bus ride, and RTC had to forego ticket revenues of rupees 10.50 crore per day, sir. As per this data, the RTC needs to be provided with reimbursement of rupees 3,832.50 crore for a full financial year, but the budget of 24-25 and marks only rupees 3,082.50 crores for the scheme, excluding the allocation under SC, ST, SDF, sir. However, there are variations about beneficiaries, sir. 68.60 crore travelers on the scheme as per the budget speech, sir, and 62.13 crore women passenger as per social economic survey. तो सर मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं सर, बार बार ये फिगर्स के आस्ते बोलिए साहब, प्लीज सर. मिनिस्टर साहब बजट स्पीच में एक फिगर बोलते, सोशो इकोनॉमिक एक फिगर बोलता, CAG एक फिगर बोलता, फिर कोई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करे तो कुछ और फिगर बोलते. अब आप अदानी का ही ले लीजिए, ओल्ड सिटी को अदानी को दे रहे बोले, दिल्ली में बोले, CM साहब बोले, फिर यहां पे मिनिस्टर साहब बोले नहीं ऐसा कोई नहीं बोले, कोई नहीं करने वाले हैं. फिर आप देखिए दावोस में 40,000 का लेके आए, यहां पे इसमें आता ही नहीं. तो ये चीजें हैं सर, वी नीड टू करेक्ट दिस सर. सर, अबाउट the LPG cylinder supply, sir, under the Mahalakshmi scheme for providing LPG cylinders at rupees 500 launched at 27 February 24, the finance minister Saab had said that the 9,57,637 families availed the scheme. So far, the government spent rupees 200 crores on the scheme. Our information is that 14.57 lakhs families are availing the scheme, entailing an expenditure of rupees 72.89 crores on state exchequer, and this figure is as per, sir, Social Economic Survey of 2024. You can see it on the page number 105 if I am wrong. फिर देखिए साहब गलत बोलते हैं, स्पीच में एक बात बोलते हैं, सोशल इकोनॉमिक आपका सर्वे एक बात कहता है. The budgetary allocation for LPG cylinder subsidy scheme is rupees 723 crore, excluding the allocation under SC, ST, SDF, whereas the estimate is that more funds will be required for the existing number of beneficiaries. Here too, sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, here too there are variation between the figures cited in budget speech. Budget speech में ये कह रहे हैं 39.57 lakhs beneficiaries. Social Economic Survey says 54.75 lakh beneficiaries. and 58.3 lakh beneficiaries as per page number 91 and 106. Sir, you have to come for the rescue, sir. You have to issue instructions and strict orders if again wrong figures are tabled in this house and action will be initiated. सर ये देखिए मैं मिनिस्टर साहब को नहीं बोलूंगा सर. मिनिस्टर साहब को जो डिटेल्स ब्यूरोक्रेट्स जो ऑफिस देता है वो बेचारे वो पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन ये जो देने वाले हैं उनको तो कम से कम पढ़ना चाहिए सर. हु इज प्रिपेयरिंग दिस सर? हु इज प्रिपेयरिंग दिस? व्हाई आर द फिगर्स नॉट मैचिंग सर? This is the responsible place where we enact a law, where we approve a budget for the state, where we take decisions. This house, the sanctity of this house, इतनी ज्यादा है और इसकी आज हम इसके मुकाम की इज्जत को पामाल कर रहे हैं. मैं कहूंगा सर कि इट इज वेरी बैड सर. इतने बार मैं बार बार कहता हूं कि फिगर्स फिगर्स फिगर्स. आई डोंट नो हु आर द पीपल रेस्पॉन्सिबल सर. Sir, your office should look into this demand of mine, sir. So the budgetary allocation for Indiramma Indulu scheme as per the budget book on housing demand number 18 and rupees 2,336 crores excluding the allocation SC, ST, SDA, but the amount required would be 10 times more than rupees 23,360 crores, sir. If the allocations are pegged at the current rate, only 1/10 of the sanctioned houses in a year will be constructed, sir. We may point out that the Congress government is committed to provide assistance of 25 lakhs under Indiramma Indulu scheme, and we don't know how many years it will take to achieve the target, sir. Sir, I am reminded the Honorable Chief Minister, Janab Revant Reddy Saab, met Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 4th July and requested him to sanction 2.5 million houses under PMAY, and even stated that the state was preparing to align its guideline with those of PMAY. In the budget for the housing, an allocation of rupees 4,644 crores is made for PMAY as centrally sponsored scheme, sir. जब हम बोल रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हमको दे रही नहीं है, तो फिर ये डालना क्या मायने रखता है, sir? What is the sense behind this? So there is a need to clarify on the housing scheme in the state, including the fate of 2 BHK housing schemes of the earlier government, sir. Sir, before the assembly election, sir, 2 bedroom के allottees को उनका इंक्वायरी हुई, देखे करे, अलॉटमेंट हुआ, चाबी दे दिए, सब दे दिए. उसके बाद वो पोजीशन भी लेने गया, उसको निकाल दिए, रोक दिए. व्हाट इज द फेट ऑफ दैट, सर? सर, आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल इन माय कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी, सर. दे वर MCH क्वार्टर्स. एक एक क्वार्टर बड़े बड़े घर थे, सर. डिलैपिलेटेड कंडीशन में थे. सर, आई वेंट एंड आई स्पोक टू देम. उनको समझाया, उनको बताया कि देखो भाई, आपका एक घर, ये 4 घर, 10 घर में एक बड़ी बिल्डिंग आती है. सर, आई evicted some 200 houses, sir, big houses, and 2 bedroom housing was constructed, sir. सर, ये 2 bedroom के houses construct करें on the assurance given by me and a patta certificate, possession certificate, everything was given to those possession holders of the MCH quarters on my assurance and on my promise and the patta certificate issued by the collector. They evicted, they gave their position, 2 bedroom housing building was constructed, the beneficiary was selected, inquired, और आज उनको जब देने की बात आ रही है तो नहीं दे रहे. Sir, is this right, sir? Sir, anybody is there, the government is there. Any representative who takes a decision, a representative will be there. The government today is one A, tomorrow it will be B. A public representative is today is A, tomorrow it can be B. But that doesn't mean a promise made by the government and a promise made by the public representative will not be fulfilled. Sir, it is so sad, sir. Hum khali karaye. I cannot go in that area, sir. Whenever I go there, the women are coming. Literally, sir. वो लोग आके घेर ले रहे हैं, रो रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि अकबर साहब, आप बोले थे और आपकी जबान पे हमने खाली किया, बिल्डिंग बनी, आज हमको नहीं दे रहे हैं. क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं, सर? ठीक है, आप बेनिफिशियरीज को सेलेक्ट कर लीजिए, इंक्वायरी करा लीजिए, पुलिस से करा लीजिए, जो भी करना है फिर से करा लीजिए. आप दे तो दीजिए अल्लाह के वास्ते उनको. जंगमेट में, बल्लागोड़ा में, कई जगह पर. दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, सर. सर, गोइंग फर्दर एड, सर, Sorry, sir. I'm not well, sir, unwell. But still, I had to participate in this budget speech, so I had come, sir. Sir, we believe that the beneficiaries do not change with every change of the government. So once again, I request through you to the government, sir, kindly allot those beneficiaries who were selected after the due process of the authorities and the collector Hyderabad of selecting the beneficiaries, kindly allot them, sir. Sir, we welcome the announcement of Finance Minister Saab that the Telangana Artificial Intelligence Summit within them making AI work for everyone will be held in Hyderabad on 5th and 6th of September 2024 and attended by 2,000 experts from all over the world, sir. Truly, this will help Telangana progress in AI sector, and we hope that the wider use of AI enabled in government services and administration will improve their functioning and efficiency also, sir. Sir, there is also, sir, important, sir, there is also a need to train the government employee in the use of artificial intelligence so that they can easily adapt to technology of the future. And I'm sure, sir, अगर AI technology implement हो जाएगी ना साहब, तो मिनिस्टर साहब के स्पीच का फिगर भी वही रहेगा, CAG का फिगर भी वही रहेगा, economic survey का फिगर भी वही रहेगा. But we have to train, sir. Sir, for this, necessary budgetary allocations have to be made for the deployment of AI in the state administration in the coming years, sir. I may say that the Finance Minister Saab could have avoided the discrepancy in data, figures and statistics in the speech, budget documents and social economic survey if AI was effectively used, sir. Sir, going further ahead, sir, about Mission Bhagirath, sir, a survey has been taken, sir, and I would like to just skip this, sir, and I will speak, sir. But just 1-2 sentences, sir. Rupees 2,500 financial assistance scheme for women under Mahalakshmi, sir. Sir, lakhs of women have voted enthusiastically for the Congress party in the assembly election and also in the subsequent Lok Sabha elections in the state, as they were enthusiastic by the Congress guarantee by providing financial assistance of 2,500 under Mahalakshmi, sir. लेकिन वो गरीब औरतों को अब तक नहीं मिला है. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं, ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, कि हुकूमत इस पर भी गौर करेगी, sir. However, for all these schemes for women, the budgetary allocation under rural development demand is only 987 crores for DWACRA, zero interest loan, loan bima, SHG, accident bima, NSSG and Telangana Mahila Shakti scheme, excluding the allocation SC, ST, SDF as per the budgetary documents, sir. Sir, coming now to the development of Hyderabad, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, we welcome the initiative being planned by the Congress government for developing Hyderabad into a global city, sir. The Finance Minister Saab has announced a budgetary allocation of a total of 10,000 crores for development of Hyderabad. In this year, budget includes 3,065 crores for GHMC, rupees 3,385 crores for Hyderabad Metro Waterworks, rupees 1,500 crores for Musi Riverfront Development, rupees 1,100 crores for Metro Rail, rupees 200 crores for each Hydra and Outer Ring Road, and rupees 50 crores for MMTS. So the Musi Riverfront Development Project aims to improve 110 kilometers of urban area by taking up infrastructure works such as recreation ones, people plaza, children theme park, entertainment zones, bridges, STPs, and along the Musi on the lines of Thames River project in London, sir. The Chief Minister Hemant Reddy Saab has laid the foundation stone for the metro line in the old city and extension of Shamsabad Airport, sir. So, Honorable Speaker, sir. Sir, I need an answer, sir. So the answer is, sir, in the year 2021-22, 800 crores were allocated for Hyderabad Metro. 2022 and 23, 500 crores were allocated. 23-24, sir, 2,427.35 was allocated. 24-25, 1,100 was allocated. Out of that, 500 was allocated for Old City. Sir, in all these years, allocations were made, but not a single paisa was released. हाँ, ये अलग बात है कि L&T के losses के लिए पैसा दिया गया था. Sir, they released the amount for the losses of L&T, sir, but the amount was never released for the Old City, sir. Sir, now also, sir, 24, 25, 1,100. In this 500 is for old city, sir. 100 for airport, sir. फिर वो survey 100 HMR के लिए दिए. Sir, now my question, sir. Sir, everybody, we had a foundation stone ceremony, sir. Honorable CM Saab had laid the foundation. I thank him very much for laying of the foundation, sir. It is a welcome move. But the question which needs to be answered is, who is going to execute the work? Who has been allotted with the work? Who has been asked to complete the work? Who has been asked to collect the ticket amount after laying of that corridor? Who's going to maintain that line? None? No? My friends from Congress were upset and angry also. Mr. Akbar, you never attended the Old City Foundation Stone. Yes, I say now. I say now. I didn't attend. The reason behind is that there was no agency which was given the contract to execute this work. This is how you lay the foundations? Without a tender being called, without a contract being given, without an agency has been given the responsibility of the work, you have to just lay the foundations? Is this justice? क्या ये इंसाफ है? क्या ये इंसाफ है पुराने शहर के साथ? फाउंडेशन स्टोन रख दिए, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर का आता है ना पता है. L&T says कि whatever amount was given to me was approved for the corridors. I have already spent that amount. I do not have the amount. I am not going to execute the old city corridor. So the question arises कि who is going to execute the old city corridor? Why has the foundation been laid? Why has it been laid? कब तक हमको बेवकूफ बनाया जाएगा? सर ये सही नहीं है. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि this will be corrected and immediately Old City Metro corridor work is going to start. Sir, it is very sad, sir. Sir, I welcome, sir. We understand that the Hyderabad Metro Trail has declined to fulfill the obligation of laying the Old City line for corridor from Imliman to Falaknuma, sir. But at the same time, sir, we welcome that Honorable Chief Minister Sahab had said that Chandran Gutta will be made a hub and airport se aa raha hai, sab aa raha hai. BRS ने भी हमारे साथ नाइंसाफी की, हमारे साथ इंसाफ नहीं किया. बार बार बोलते रहे कि पुराने शहर में मेट्रो हां ला लेंगे, रेल के छुक छुक चलेगी. केटीआर साहब ने असेंबली में कहा था यहीं से, हां अकबर साहब छुक चलेगी. आपके पास ना छुक है ना कुछ है, कुछ भी नहीं है, नहीं चल रही है सर. पूरे शहर में चल रही. सर, ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, I want to come on this record and say this, sir. If I am wrong, sir, I would say that I may be suspended from this house, sir. When did the metro came? How did the metro came to Hyderabad? Sir, it was me, sir. I stood and I argued and I debated and I fought for metro, sir. Sir, I remember the late legislator, Mr. Janardhan Reddy Saab, Khairtabad MLA. He used to stand and he used to say, नहीं अकबर साहब मेट्रो नहीं मोनो होना. तो I and Janardhan Reddy used to fight. Mono metro. I remember Rashekar Reddy Saab, he stood up and he said, Akbar will do one thing, we'll go to Delhi, we'll see the metro. You are saying the metro is very good? Yes, we'll do it. Satyam था साहब, सत्यम को दिया गया था माइटास, उल्टा सत्यम का माइटास. फिर वो सत्यम डूब गया, माइटास से चला गया. Rashekar Reddy Saab, we with the delegation went to Delhi, sir. We saw the metro और उसके बाद में मेट्रो हैदराबाद को आया. मेट्रो को जो लाया उसके एरिया में छुक नहीं है, मेट्रो नहीं है, पूरे शहर में फिर रही है. इससे बड़ी नाइंसाफी और क्या होना है सर? ठीक है, हमको नहीं दिए ना. हम पैदल चलते थे, पैदल चलने में ही खुश है. हम साइकिल पे थे, साइकिल में ही खुश है. हम रक्शे में थे, हम रक्शे में ही खुश है. मगर पुराने शहर के लोग मुंतजिर हैं, समझ रहे हैं कि आप लाएंगे मेट्रो. प्लीज मेट्रो को लाइए सर. सर, रीजनल रिंग रोड सर has a component of 158.6 kilometer northern road and 189 southern kilometer road, which makes almost 350 kilometers ring road, sir. Sir, ये ring road के बारे में भी Pura northern part will cost 13,522 crores and southern part will cost 12,980 crores and the total outlay of works is 26,002, sir. Sir, about this, going further ahead, sir, मैं हैदराबाद के ताल्लुक से ये भी बोलूंगा सर कि हैदराबाद में CPP, sir, when Mr. Suresh Reddy was the speaker, sir, I still remember, I said, Suresh Reddy Saab, I was in my 20s. Now, then I said, I am in my, almost in my 40s. इतने साल से बोल रहा हूं, सर, चारमीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन का प्रोजेक्ट, चारमीनार. तो ही सेड, अकबर साहब, खुशखबरी है, अब चारमीनार बदलेगा, पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन प्रोजेक्ट होगा. 10 साल हथेली में जन्नत दिखाते रहे BRS, आ जाएगा. चारमीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन प्रोजेक्ट नहीं हुआ सर. उस वक्त राजशेखर रेड्डी साहब, किरण कुमार रेड्डी साहब, रोशैया साहब, सब साहब बोले सर, नो अकबर, यंग मैन. आई रिमेंबर रोशैया साहब टेलिंग मी, यंग मैन, डोंट वरी, young man, don't worry. Charminar pedestrianization will be completed. I am assuring you, young man. I said, sir, I respect you, sir. Sir, तो अभी भी सर बजट में चारमीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन के बारे में कुछ नहीं कहा गया. मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि चारमीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन को कंप्लीट करिए. सर, इट इज सच अ ब्यूटिफुल आर्किटेक्चरल, designs are there, sir. Sir, I have visited various cities in the world, sir. Various cities, sir. Sir, I have been to Milan, sir. The fashion street of Milan resembles the same architecture of Pathargatti, sir. Why can't we restore our heritage and protect the heritage, sir? What is wrong in that, sir? Sir, I had proposed, a tramp also, sir. I spoken to a France company. They came, they met Mr. KTR Saab also when he was a Minister for Municipal Administration to run a tram from Naya Pul to Charminar in the median which is there in Charminar. People think we do not want the whole city to have development. No, we want the whole city to develop, sir. But it is so unfortunate that let be any government, they do not want to improve the living standards of the people of old city. They do not want to improve, but at the same time, they call us. हमको चोर बोलते हैं. लाइट की चोरी हो रही है, अदानी को देंगे. अरे हम चोर नहीं हैं. ना चोरी होती है पुराने शहर में, हम नहीं करते हैं. सिर्फ इल्जाम लगाया जाता है. चोरी कहां नहीं है सर. चोरी कहां नहीं है. लीकेजेस है, पिल्फरेजेस है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से लेके एक कंज्यूमर को आए जब तक कई जगह पे. सर, आई हैव ऑल द डिटेल्स. I have all the details, sir. I'll have a debate in the demand on power, sir. But saying that कि नहीं एक पायलट बेसिस पे दिया जाएगा सिर्फ ओल्ड सिटी को. क्यों ओल्ड सिटी को, क्यों कोनंगल को नहीं दिया जाएगा? क्यों तो तुमको रेड्डी साहब के एरिया को नहीं दिया जाएगा? क्यों श्रीधर बाबी के एरिया को पायलट प्रोग्राम की तरह नहीं दिया जाएगा? क्यों नहीं? ओल्ड सिटी नहीं. इनको चुबाते रहना नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होगा. अरे आप तरक्की लाइए, खुशहाली लाइए, चारमीनार पेडेस्ट्रियनाइजेशन लाइए. आप लाल बाजार का फसाद का डेवलपमेंट का जो काम है वो लाइए. चारमीनार के दवाखाने को जो डिलैपिलेटेड कंडीशन में वो लेकर आइए. मक्का मस्जिद और बागयाम की मस्जिद के इमामों को उनकी नौकरियों को रेगुलराइज कराइए, वो लाइए. अरे आप ये काम करिए, रोड वाइडनिंग करिए. सर, देयर आर मेनी इश्यूज, सर. देयर आर मेनी इंपॉर्टेंट इश्यू व्हेन आई एम स्पीकिंग अबाउट GHMC, sir. The major problem the residents of Hyderabad are facing as of now is a traffic jam, sir. What is the speed, sir? What is the speed a vehicle is moving, sir? What are the kilometers that we are covering in an hour, sir? Alternate roads. Sir, these people, they developed only Gachibowli and that area. They never developed whole city, sir. पूरा हजारों रुपया वहीं डाले. सर, SNDP, SRDP, सर, इसमें भी नाला डेवलपमेंट आया था. हमने फ्लाईओवर्स का दिया. मेरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में हाफिज बाबा नगर में, बल्लागुड़े में फ्लाईओवर. जब दियो बोलते KTR साहब बोलते थे, अकबर भाई दे देंगे आपको, दे दिए, जियो हो गया भाई काम. बोले भाई नेक्स्ट उसमें ले लेंगे. होते होते साहब अब मैं बूढ़ा होने आ गया, साहब व्हाइट बाल हो रहे हैं. सर अब Sir, at least, sir, I expect that Revant Reddy Saab, who's a very good friend of mine. Yes, yes, I want to come on record. Yes, I want to come on record. Yes. He's a very good friend of mine. Not now. From not now. It goes back to some 35, 40 years back. We are very good friends. Yes, we are very good friends. And my friendship will be there with him. Personal level. But at the same time, as the leader of MIM and he being the leader of the house, I am going to do my responsibility and I am sure he will also do his responsibilities. By hearing to me, by listening to me, by accepting the criticism and trying to do the work which has not been done from so many long years. Yes, sir. I hope that, sir. Sir, going further ahead, sir, about Dalit Bandhu के checks दिए हैं, sir. मैं हुकूमत से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा दलित बंधु का दीजिए, sir. Sir, tribal welfare, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir, I want to bring to the kind notice of Honorable Chief Minister Saab a very important thing. My learned friend, Mr. Uttam Kumar Reddy Saab, is also there. Sir, I'll just read out one thing and then I'll say that, sir. Sir, the Dalit Bandhu scheme was virtually put on hold after Congress government came to power, sir. Lakhs of applications were there. It was stopped. In 23-24 financial year, BRS government has allotted 17,700 crores for Dalit Bandhu as against the previous year expenditure of rupees 2,000 crores. However, not a single rupee was given for this, sir. Sir, ये इसके बारे में हो गया, sir. Tribal welfare, SC, ST, SDF, sir. So the state budget 24-25, Bhatti Saab has allocated 33,124 crores for SC, SDF and 17,056 crores for ST, SDF, totaling rupees 50,180 crores, which is really a massive amount. Yes, sir. Sir, we hope and trust the government will sincerely and effectively spend all the allocated funds under SC, ST, SDF, since there was huge shortfall in the expenditure on both SDF in 23-24 financial year. The SC, SDF allocation was 36,750 crores, but the actual expenditure was only rupees 14,649 crores, 23-24. The ST, SDF allocation was rupees 50,233 crores, and the actual expenditure was only 10,399 crores, and 23-24, sir. The total allocation under SC, ST, SDF for the year 23-24 was 51,983 crores, but the expenditure was only 25,048 crores, sir. So this is the real allocation. I don't know whether the government is aware. Sir, with your kind permission, sir, I may be given a permission just to show this one thing, sir. Sir, here, national channels from last 2 days, they are running a scroll and having a debate saying that SC, ST's allocations have been reduced and minorities have been given 3,000. They were carrying the figures which were given by INPR from your department, sir. Isme, they gave wrong figures. From your department, they gave wrong figures. And not one challenge, sir. Even Doordarshan carried this stating that कि SC, STs के पैसों को कम करके मुसलमानों को दे दिया गया. And no clarification was issued from the government side. So you see, sir, what is written here? Meme, Bheem, empty slogan. Minorities first, not SC, STs. 33 crore allocation for Ramzan celebration. You see. Sir, we have to have a department which would immediately give a clarification to these newspapers and say that no, the actual allocation is this. We haven't reduced the allocation for SC, STs. In fact, we have increased the allocation. It's wrong what they are saying. But it wasn't said, sir. आप देखिए sir, ये कितनी खराब बात है. Not one channel, sir, 7-8 channels, debate, सब हो रहे हैं. Doordarshan also said. So INPR department, this is why I say, sir, Honorable Speaker, sir, this is why I say there should be a check on the bureaucrats and the concerned department. They should be held responsible for the figures which they are giving to the minister and which minister is spelling out in this house and which is getting printed. कैसा बताइए आप? कोई नहीं है उसके बारे में बोलने वाला. I hope that this has been taken a note, a serious issue, and INPR department issues a clarification in this and corrects this and says that this government treats SC, ST, BCs, Muslims, Christians, Sikh, Isai, Parsi, everyone treats equally. This government is not partial towards one or impartial towards another. We have to give a statement, so this needs to be clarified, sir. Sir, going further ahead, sir. Sir, about the BC welfare, sir. Sir, I'm sorry, I want to come on record and say that, sir, BCs are always being neglected. Why, sir? BRS government, sir. Sir, they neglected. My learned friend was there with me in Public Accounts Committee, sir. Sridhar Babu Sahab. Sir, I was really surprised to see the figures when I see, sir, BC के साथ नाइंसाफी की BRS ने, इसलिए BCओं ने इनका साथ छोड़ा और आपका साथ दिया. Kindly do justice to BC, sir. There are many BCs के संगम है, सर. उनको 10 साल में 0,000 अमाउंट दिया इन्होंने. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप देंगे. Sir, in Andhra Pradesh Assembly, sir, when I used to be there, we had one BC leader, sir. I'm just forgetting his name. Yes, Krishnaya Sahab. Sir, the way he used to fight for BC, sir, he used to inspire me to fight in the same way for minorities, sir. But I feel like, from last 10 years, this house has many BCs, but we do not have the real BC leader who would fight for the BCs. But I assure to my BC friends that they might not have a friend, but they have a friend in Akbar Owaisi and MIM who will fight for the BCs and who will fight and get the required funds for the BCs. It is high time that the BCs, SC, STs and minorities should come together and teach a lesson to all those who do injustice to the BCs, who do injustice to the SCs and STs and minorities, sir. Sir, BCs का हम देखते हैं, sir. Sir, BCs including among the minorities constitute almost 50% of the state population. The budgetary allocation for these sections is only 9,200 crores, sir. 50% BCs है, 50% उनकी आबादी है और बजट एलोकेशन सिर्फ 9,200. जागो BCs, उठो BCs, आओ तुम और हम मिलकर लड़ेंगे और हक को हासिल करेंगे. As promised in the manifesto of the Congress, has established new cooperative society cooperation for Mudiraj, Yadava, Kurma, Munuru Kapu, Padmashali, Parika, Lingayat, Meera and Gangaputra caste in addition to the 12 existing cooperative societies, Federation for various BC caste and BC Cooperative Finance Corporation, MBC Development Corporation, sir. So however, in the last financial year, sir, 23-24, not a single rupee was disbursed by the Vadera, Balija, Valmiki, Boya, Bhataraja, Medera, Vishwa Brahmin, Kumari, Toddy Tapas Cooperative Society and Federation, sir. एक पैसा नहीं दिए, इसलिए यहां आ गए. आप कम से कम उनका ख्याल करिए. Only the Nai Brahmins, Weavers and Fishermen Federation disbursed rupees 358 crores to the beneficiaries. Sir, उसमें भी कई घपले. मछली के नाम पे मछली कोई और खा गया, तालाब में नहीं गया. बकरे के नाम पे कोई और चर गया, बकरा कहां गया नहीं मालूम. उसकी भी इंक्वायरी करना चाहिए साहब. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि छोड़ेंगे नहीं आप लोगों को. जो मछलियां खा गए, बकरे खा गए, चर लिए, जरा कार्रवाई करिए साहब उनको भी. So thousands of other beneficiaries from these communities who were sanctioned rupees 1 lakh each were disappointed when the disbursement was stopped midway in view of assembly election manifesto, sir. So after the assembly election, the new government has virtually cancelled the sanction applications for BC beneficiaries, also for the minority beneficiaries. मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत से अपील करूंगा, दरखास्त करूंगा, जो चेका बन गए थे, जो नाम अप्रूव हो गए थे, चाहे वो 2 बेडरूम के होने दो, BC के होने दो, माइनॉरिटी के होने दो, दे दीजिए साहब, दुआ मिलेगी. लिस्ट में नाम आया था. परेशान है हमारा BC भाई, परेशान है हमारा मुसलमान भाई. चेक आ गया, लिस्ट आ गई, नाम आ गया, लेकिन चेक नहीं मिला. चेक बन के पड़े हैं सर. बीसी कॉर्पोरेशन में भी है, माइनॉरिटी कॉर्पोरेशन में भी है। चेक्स दे दीजिए सर, मैं आपके जरिए हुकूमत से मुतालबा करूंगा, दे दीजिए। नया स्कीम जो भी आ रहा, जब आएगा, बढ़ाना है बढ़ाइए, पुराने चेक दे दीजिए बस। ज्यादा नहीं आएगा बोझ आपको, ज्यादा नहीं आएगा। हम हैं आपके साथ, हम हैं आपके साथ, आपका ताउन करेंगे, आपकी मदद करेंगे, और आपको हम भी और भी रास्ते बताएंगे जिसके जरिए हम रेवेन्यूज को बढ़ा सकते हैं। हम करेंगे, आपका साथ देंगे। हां, अदानी की तरह हम नहीं बता सकते हैं, लेकिन हम बता सकते हैं रेवेन्यूज कैसा बढ़ाना है, हम बताएंगे आपको। सर, the Congress manifesto have also promised enhanced reservation in education, employment, as well as in Panchayat Raj and municipal bodies for the SC, ST, BCs, and this can happen only when the caste census is conducted, sir, and the census report is completed, sir. I hope that the caste census would be completed, sir. Sir, also, now coming, lastly, sir, before concluding, coming to my subject of minorities, sir. Sir, वादा करे थे सब प्लान लेंगे, सब प्लान नहीं है। वादा करे थे सब प्लान का। I was expecting that सब प्लान will come. ठीक है। Earlier, before starting my speech, I said the time is running fast. There is no doubt that we are in the 7th month of the formation of the government and the elections held for assembly. But we could hardly settle in. Again, we had a parliament elections. And now we require time. Sir, on behalf of MIM party, I would say that yes, we are ready to give you time. आपको वक्त देंगे, आप वक्त लीजिए, लेकिन अपने promises को पूरा करिए। इन्होंने सिर्फ हथेली में जन्नत दिखाए, यहां आ गए, आप वो गलती ना करें। Sir, Bhatti Saab had allocated 3,026.60 crore for minority welfare, sir. However, this works out to only 1.03% of state budgetary outlay, sir. 1% है साहब, मगर लोग बोलते हैं अरे 3,000 करोड़ मिला, पूरे बजट का 1% है साहब। मैं अभी हमारे बीजेपी के दोस्तों को सुन रहा था, उन्होंने बोले कि मुसलमानों को इतना पैसा दिए, ऐसे और हिंदूज को नहीं दिए। Sir, I would like to remind and recall, sir, if I am wrong, I may be corrected, sir. KTR Saab is also here. When I was speaking once on budget, sir, at that time it was MIM who demanded and said that there are Brahmins who are very poor. They also need to be supported. They should also be supported. Sir, on the demand of MIM, the then Chief Minister KCR said, Akbar Saab, aap achhi baat bole, and then Brahmins के लिए भी फीस रिएंबर्समेंट का ब्राह्मण्स को भी देने की बात कही गई। सर, मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि हम यहां जब खड़े रहते हैं तो हम सबके नुमाइंदे हैं। Sir, whosoever votes for me, whosoever who doesn't vote for me, that is something different, sir. But once I get elected and I come in this house, it is my responsibility to represent Hindus, represent Muslims, represent Sikh, represent Isai, represent all caste, all BCs, SC, STs and everybody, sir. It is a responsibility of the government also to take care of one and all and everybody, sir. तो मैं आपसे दरख्वास्त करूंगा कि मुसलमानों को आप नजरअंदाज ना करें। आपने वादा किया था मौजनों को 10,000, 12,000 देंगे, ठीक है, नहीं मिला, मगर मुझे उम्मीद है कि मिलेगा, जरूर आप करेंगे। और मुझे उसके साथ साथ अपने आप पर भी यकीन है कि मंजलिस और अकबर ओवैसी उस वक्त तक चैन तक नहीं बैठेगी जब तक कि आपकी हुकूमत जो वादे करी वो पूरा नहीं करती। हम आपका पीछा करेंगे, आपसे लड़ेंगे, आपसे झगड़ेंगे, आपसे मोहब्बत से हम अपील करेंगे, मगर उन जो वादा किया उन वादों को मनवाएंगे और हासिल करेंगे। सर, इट इज ऑल्सो अबाउट शादी मुबारक के लिए भी वादा किया गया था कि रेस करेंगे 1.6, उम्मीद करते हैं कि वो भी होगा। कुछ नेकलेस जेवर देंगे बोले थे, वो भी उम्मीद करते हैं 1 तोला वो भी देंगे। अब्दुल कलाम तोहफे तालीम, सर, वो भी देंगे। सर, इंपॉर्टेंट इशू, सर, इंपॉर्टेंट इशू इज अबाउट MTF and RTF, sir. Sir, 198 crores bills are pending in Treasury for final approval of Finance Department. This needs to be cleared, sir. All RTF applications is rupees 650 crores, sir, which are needed, sir. For MTF, 80 crore bills are pending in Treasury, sir, for final approval of Finance Department, including this to clear all RTF application, rupees 121 crores is required, sir. Overseas का ठीक है आपने दे दिया है, sir. Sir, now when I said that I have the responsibility of representing everyone, sir. Sir, when we see the scholarship of SC, ST, BC, OBCs and minorities, sir, as per the records, pending amount is rupees 8,204.57 crores, which is being pending under RTF, MTF scholarship for SC, ST, BCs, OBC, minority students. Sir. For the year 2019 and 20, 800 crores. For the year 2020, 2,356 crores. For 21-22, 2,100. For 22-23 is 2,954.15 crores. Sir. Sir, 7 महीने में एक भी पैसा नहीं दिए साहब आप. किसानों को दिए, शुक्रिया सर. कुछ तो पैसे दीजिए साहब ये स्कॉलरशिप के. Sir, let me, and I request my BRS friends not to feel offended, but it is a fact, sir. It is a fact that education has been neglected for the last 10 years, sir. Sir, when I say that, sir, I was just going through the economic, socio-economic survey, sir. So the literacy rate of India is 77%. 77 point something is subject to correction, sir, but it is in 77 only. The literacy rate of Telangana has gone down, sir. It has come to 65 point something, sir. 10 साल में GSDP बढ़ा होगा, per capita बढ़ा होगा. Sir, I was seeing the social economic. I request my learned friend Uttam Kumar Reddy Saab, see the economic survey, sir, the education. Sir, out of total 60 lakh students, sir, almost 17 lakh school-going children have dropped out from school. Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad, sir? Cutting across the party lines, sir, we all need to come together and bring back those 16 lakh students who have dropped out from the school. We have to bring them back to the school, sir. Sir, education is very important, sir. Education is very important, sir. Sir, I don't feel ashamed to come on record and say that, sir, I couldn't study, sir. I wanted to study, sir. I wanted to become a doctor, sir. I had to, in between, leave my studies, quit my MBBS studies. I left it, and I came back. That hurts me very much, sir. Sir, if I have to just say what are my education qualifications, so I'm just 12th pass. I'm just a 12th pass. I couldn't study. I know what is the pain, sir. Sir, it is. Yes, sir. I discontinued it, sir. You're right, sir. You're right. As I told, sir, he's a very old friend of mine, sir. Very old friend of mine, sir. I take pride in saying that, sir. We used to hang around together, and he's sitting there. So it is a very happy moment for me that my childhood friend is sitting there, sir. I'm very happy about it. And I feel very proud also. कि लोग हमको बोलते थे, अरे ये बच्चे क्या करेंगे, ये खाली फिरते रहते हैं, देखो एक बच्चा यहाँ है, एक बच्चा वहाँ बैठा है. So, I mean, sir, education is very important, sir. So I request that the Congress government takes this issue very seriously and focus on this education, sir. So yes, sir. This socio-economic, sir. Page number 293, sir. Page number 293, sir. Out of the total enrollment of 62,30,504, the dropout is 26.17%, sir. 26.17, and the numbers are 16,30,524. Very big numbers, sir. I think you need to see this. Bachon ke education, sir, this is why, sir, I think we need to release this, ये MTF या RTF का जो पैसा है, इसको installment में दीजिए. Sir, the problem here is that, sir, we run an education institutions also, sir. MIM party has an education trust. which has a medical college, engineering college, MBA, MCA, pharmacy, architecture, and nursing college, physiotherapy college. So many colleges are there. Honorable Speaker, sir, I take care of all the education institute of Darussalam Education Trust, sir. Sir, you would be surprised, sir, the total fees dues for all these colleges is more than 76 crores, sir. So 76 crores are due from the scholarship. More than 20 crores are due from Arogyashri. 100 crores is due by the government. And still, we do not refuse any patient for getting treated under Arogyashri, nor we refuse any student, sir. Sir, you please tell me, how will an institute, how will a trust survive with 100 crores dues? Sir, I have my heart open for the students, but at the same time, the government needs to realize how will the colleges run if they are not being paid the money. How will they run, sir? Kindly understand, sir. Sir, I know the financial situation of the state. Sir, I would say that we can just have a meeting with all the education institutes, and we can ask, we can have a roadmap as to how we would be clearing this amount. Let us take 2 years, 2.5 years, but some assurance needs to be given कि installments में आपको देंगे पैसे, करेंगे इसको. Sir, now what is happening? The institute are holding back the certificates of the students who have completed their course. Sir, if they give the certificate, sir, earlier what happened, sir? For the year 2018, all the scholarships were rejected by the BRS government. बोल दिए कि हम ये साल का scholarship नहीं दे रहे, and the colleges had to lose that fees, and the student took the certificates and went away. Recently, Honorable Chief Minister Saab had a meeting with the technical education colleges, management and everything. He spoke to them and he said, don't worry, we will clear all the arrears of 24 and 25. My friend is very intelligent. He said 24, 25. He never said, what about 23? He never said about 22. He never said about 21. He never said about 20 and 18. Sir, Honorable CM, sir, the government is a government, sir. And a decision taken by the government is a decision which today A is there, tomorrow B will be there. It has to be continued, sir. Sir, we have to. Sir, they gave an assurance. The students believed them. The colleges trusted their word. If you say, I have to ask them, where will they get it and give, sir? How will they give, sir? तो ले लेते हैं सर, आप हम कुछ बना. तो ठीक है सर, we will forget Adani, we will go here then. Sir, I request, sir, please, sir, about medical and health, sir. Sir, national health policy says that 8% of state budget should be allocated for health department. As per the World Health Organization requirement, the government has to increase the budget allocation on health to at least 2.5% of GSDP to meet its objective requirement of 3.5 beds per 1,000 people, sir. Sir, this is very important. So, Honorable Speaker, sir, there are some guidelines, sir, which needs to be followed to have a good health care, sir. So, uske liye ye hai, sir, 3.5 beds for 1,000 people, sir. We need to follow these guidelines. Sir, none had followed this guideline, sir. I remember when I was a member of assembly in Andhra Pradesh, sir, then Dr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy Saab was the chief minister. He also was a medical graduate. He was an MBBS. He was a doctor. When I spoke to him and I told him what does the World Health Organization requirement says, what are the laid down norms, then he said, Akbar, you're very right. It's very good. Kindly give me that paper. From today, my government will start working on this, sir. So we need to work on this, sir. Sir, like खुदा ना खास्ता अगर फिर से कोविड की जैसी बीमारी अगर आती है, we should not lose life, sir. Life is very precious, sir. I know what life is. I know what life is, sir. जिंदगी की कीमत क्या है मुझे मालूम, sir. I know it. I have seen death, sir, and I came back. Sir, we have to protect life, sir. Sir, slowly we can start. Increase the allocation in the health sector, and slowly we can go, sir. And we have been demanding and requesting about Osmania Hospital, sir. Sir, Osmania Hospital is the lifeline for the sick and ill patients of whole city. Musi ke us par. Sir, Osmania का कुछ करिए सर. उस्मानिया दवाखाने को बनाइए सर. उसको रिवाइव करिए सर. It's a beautiful structure, sir.
मुख्यमंत्री गाరు
थैंक यू सर. अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी मेरा कितना अच्छा दोस्त है, मैं बोलने का ज़रूरी नहीं है. अकबर साहब ने कहा, मगर मेरा अच्छा दोस्त को मैं एक यकीन दिलाना चाहता हूँ. 10 साल गलत दोस्ती करने की वजह से पुराना शहर को एकदम नुकसान हो गया. अब सचमुच सही दोस्त को पहचान लिए, सही दोस्त के साथ चले तो सब कुछ पुराना शहर, ये हैदराबाद शहर, इट इज़ नॉट पुराना शहर, इट्स एन एक्चुअल सिटी, ओरिजिनल सिटी. दिस इज नॉट ओल्ड सिटी, दिस इज ओरिजिनल सिटी. हैदराबाद इज आवर ओरिजिनल सिटी. मगर मेरा दोस्त को मैं ये याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ, हैदराबाद मेट्रो जो भी आए, पिछले सरकार जब राजशेखर रेड्डी जी मुख्यमंत्री था, जो बहस हुआ असेंबली में, उसके बाद जो डिसीजन लिए, जो टेंडर बुलवाए, उसमें मेहताज कंपनी कैसे फेल हो गए, उसके आगे दोबारा कैसा टेंडर हुआ, वो पीपीपी मॉडल कैसे सक्सेस हुआ. मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ कुछ जो मिसिंग लिंक्स है, मैं उनसे तकरार नहीं करना चाहता हूँ, मगर रिकॉर्ड में कुछ लोग मेहनत किए, उन लोगों का भी, वो नेता लोगों का भी नाम अपने रिकॉर्ड में आना है. राजशेखर रेड्डी साहब ने ये प्रपोजल कंबाइंड आंध्र प्रदेश से केंद्र सरकार को रिपोर्ट भेज दिए, मगर वहाँ पर तेलंगाना के शान जयपाल रेड्डी जी अर्बन डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर, उन्होंने ये पीपीपी मॉडल में वीजीएफ वायबल गैप फंड परमिशन के साथ साथ 1500-1600 करोड़ रुपए वायबल गैप फंड देकर और परमिशन देकर जयपाल रेड्डी साहब ने ये हैदराबाद शहर को मेट्रो ने दिलवाया. राजशेखर रेड्डी साहब ने प्रपोजल किए तो राज्य सरकार से राजशेखर रेड्डी साहब ने प्रपोजल भिजवाए तो केंद्र में अर्बन डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर एस जयपाल रेड्डी ने वो प्रपोजल को एक्सेप्ट कर दे के और वायबल गैप फंड 1600 crores he has given. That is how we have got Hyderabad metro. सेकेंड थिंग, वो जो पीपीपी में 75 किलोमीटर्स बात हुई थी, जो अग्रीमेंट हुआ था, 75 किलोमीटर्स में एल&टी 69.5 किलोमीटर्स ने पूरी की. गौलीगुड़ा बस स्टैंड से लेकर फलकनामा तक 5.5 किलोमीटर वो टेंडर एग्रीमेंट में है. उनके लिए प्रॉपर्टी भी लिए उनके लिए वायबल गैप फंड भी ले लिए, फिर भी पुराना शहर को मेट्रो नहीं बनाया. मगर तेलंगाना बनने के बाद जो सरकार हुकूमत में थे, वो लोग एल&टी से एडजस्ट होकर वो नहीं बनाए तो भी मत बनाओ, आपको हम पूरा दे देंगे बोल के पिछले सरकार ने जो धोखा दिया पुराना शहर को, वो धोखे के वजह से 10 साल तेलंगाना राज्य में पुराना शहर को ये मेट्रो रेल नहीं मिला. मैं मुख्यमंत्री बनते ही, ये ओल्ड सिटी नहीं है, ये ओरिजिनल सिटी है, जरूर वो शहर में मेट्रो रेल बनाने के लिए मैं एमआईएम सदर साहब असदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब से और अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब से दोनों से मैं डिस्कशन कर लेके उसके आगे मैं चंद्रायन गुट्टा में वो जो फाउंडेशन स्टोन जो डालना है वो 5.5 किलोमीटर बनाने के लिए हम एल&टी से बात किए. मगर एल&टी पिछले सरकार जो लीनेंस दिए वैसे ही है, यही सरकार से भी कुछ बोले थे. मैं बोला बाबू देखो ये बनाना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो चरलापल्ली या नहीं तो चंचलगुड़ा में बैठना पड़ता बोल के मैं एल&टी कंपनी को सीधा सीधा बोल दिए. और बात रहा दूसरे सेकंड फेज ऑफ मेट्रो, पिछले सरकार ने जो फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रिक्ट जो हाईटेक सिटी से लेकर हैदराबाद एयरपोर्ट तक 32 किलोमीटर बनाने के लिए टेंडर भी बुलाए। साहब आपको तो पता है, आप वहीं से आए, हर दिन आपको कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी को जाना है तो वही आउटर रिंग रोड से वहीं से जाते हैं आप, आपके कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी अगल बगल में, आप हैदराबाद शहर में बचपन से आप इधर ही पढ़े लिखे, आप इधर का ही है। जो आउटर रिंग रोड है 500 फीट का रोड है, 8 लेन रोड है, जुबली हिल्स, बंजारा हिल्स, हाईटेक सिटी से कोई भी अगर एयरपोर्ट को जाना है तो कार में जाते सर, ड्राइवर भी साथ में नहीं जाते, क्योंकि ये जाके गाड़ी एयरपोर्ट में रख दे के फिर हवाई जहाज में कहीं जाकर काम देख लेके फिर वापस आते, गाड़ी लेकर वापस आ जाते। मतलब कोई वहां के कोई गरीब लोग वहां से मेट्रो में एयरपोर्ट को जाने वाले नहीं है, मगर उनके जान पहचान के रिश्तेदारों को जो जगह है रियल एस्टेट का वैल्यू बढ़ाने के लिए वहां टेंडर बुलाया, काम भी शुरू करने के लिए पूरा सब कुछ कर दिए। उनका बदकिस्मती है कि राज्य में कांग्रेस सरकार आ गई, आते ही तुरंत मैं रिव्यू किया, भाई किस लिए जुबली हिल्स वाले को, बंजारा हिल्स वाले को, हाईटेक सिटी वाले को 8 लेन रोड है, बड़ा बड़ा सड़क है, गाड़ियों में एयरपोर्ट को जाने वाले को मेट्रो का जरूरी नहीं है, पहले वो टेंडर रद्द कर दो, क्योंकि ये मास ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वर्ल्ड वाइड कैसे बनाए, जो ज्यादा लोग ट्रैवल करते, ट्रैफिक जाम को कम करने के लिए, गरीब लोगों को ट्रैवल करने के लिए ये मास ट्रांसपोर्टेशन डिजाइन। आप जुबली बस स्टैंड से लेकर देखो, जुबली बस स्टैंड, सिकंदराबाद रेलवे स्टेशन, काचगुड़ा रेलवे स्टेशन, नामपल्ली रेलवे स्टेशन, गौलीगुड़ा, जहां जहां ज्यादा लोग फिरते वहां पर मेट्रो रहना, वहां से एयरपोर्ट को जाना, ये लोग नहीं बनाए, क्योंकि उन लोगों का इरादा ही अलग है। इसीलिए हम लोग आते पूरा मेट्रो का रीडिजाइन करवा के, जो नागौल से जो एयरपोर्ट को जाने वाले को, नागौल से एलबी नगर से ओवैसी हॉस्पिटल, ओवैसी हॉस्पिटल से चंद्रायन गुट्टा से लेकर P7 रोड से सीधा एयरपोर्ट को दिए। अगर यहां से गए तो 32 किलोमीटर से, चंद्रायन गुट्टा से। दूसरी बात रहा गौलीगुड़ा बस स्टैंड से हम लोग फलकनामा से चंद्रायन गुट्टा, क्योंकि वो जंक्शन बना रहे, चंद्रायन गुट्टा से राजेंद्र नगर एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज, क्योंकि वहां पर हाई कोर्ट भी बना रहे, लोग गरीब लोग गांव से कहीं कोर्ट को आने के लिए रहा तो भी वो ओल्ड सिटी में, वहां पर भी हम मेट्रो दिए, और एलबी नगर से हम लोग हैतनगर तक को दिए, और हम लोग चंदा नगर से कुकटपल्ली से आगे वहां से BHEL रामचंद्रपुर तक हम लोग मेट्रो नया प्रपोजल दिए। और उसके अलावा भी हाईटेक सिटी से फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रिक्ट, जहां पर अमेरिकन काउंसिलेट है, फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रिक्ट से लेकर जो कोकापेट में जो नया शहर बन रहे, जो वहां पर जो गंडीपेट के जो बड़े बड़े बंगले आ रहे हैं ना, वहां तक हम एक्सटेंशन की, ये सब नियोपोलिस, तो वहां तक भी हम लोग मेट्रो बनवाए। ये सब मिलाए तो 78 किलोमीटर फेज 2, ये 78